Hello students, in my previous class I have explained till Akbar from chapter 4 of history, and today from after Akbar I am going to explain. And so after Akbar, Jahangir ascended the throne of Delhi. Akbar's son Jahangir ascended the throne of Delhi. He became the Mughal emperor. Now his original name was Selim. He married Meherun-Nisa. His queen's name was Meherun-Nisa, and he gave her the name Nur Jahan. Her name was Meherun-Nisa, but after marriage he gave the name Nur Jahan. Nur Jahan means light of the world. During the time of Jahangir, the British, that means the King of England, James I, he sent two ambassadors. One is Captain William Hawkins, another one Thomas Roe. So these two ambassadors, two persons were sent to the court of Jahangir by James I, the King of England, to get the permission of trade, to get the permission to carry trade with India. As we know that British entered into India, they were interested to carry trade with India. And that is why the King of England sent these two persons, Captain William Hawkins and Sir Thomas Roe, to the court of Jahangir, because at that time Jahangir was the Mughal emperor. And so the King of England sent these two persons, Sir Thomas Roe and Captain William Hawkins, to the court of Jahangir to get the permission. And then Jahangir also permitted them to carry trade with India, to carry trade by making a factory, by establishing a factory at Surat in Gujarat. Surat is in Gujarat. So Jahangir allowed them that you can establish your trading factory at Surat. Alright. Then after Jahangir, Shah Jahan became the Mughal emperor, and he extended his empire. He sent military expeditions against Ahmednagar, then Golconda, Bijapur. So, and thus he extended his empire by sending military expedition, defeating those kings, and then bringing their territory under the Mughal. When Shah Jahan fell ill, when he became sick, then there became a clash. A clash began, quarrel began among his four sons regarding the throne. Who will become the king? Because father is sick now, so who will become the king? Among the four brothers, they started, that quarrel began. And then finally, Aurangzeb became the Mughal emperor, and he took the title Alamgir. Aurangzeb took the title Alamgir, and during his time Mughal empire became a very vast, extended, and it became very large. So Aurangzeb extended that Mughal empire from Kashmir in the north to the south, Jinji in the south, from Kashmir from in the north to Jinji in the south, and then from Hindu Kush in the west to Chittagong in the east. Now Chittagong is in Bangladesh. So till then, that means this is the area of the Mughal Empire, when Aurangzeb was the emperor. Aurangzeb was the Mughal ruler. He used to send expedition, he used to send military army against different rulers and defeated them and brought their territory under the Mughal. Then Aurangzeb was very orthodox. He was very religious in the sense that he was very orthodox. He never allowed any kind of entertainment, neither music nor dance, nothing he allowed. He was very strict. Okay? Then after Aurangzeb was the last powerful Mughal ruler. After him, disintegrity began among the Mughals, and Mughal power became weak. Okay, children. Now you can take out your book, that page number 36. Page number 36, the Mughal court and administration. There you see the Mughal administration and key offices. So many points are given. So few you have to remember. I am not going in details all this. Suppose page number 36, the last second point you see, the first row, the Wazir or Vakil headed the Diwani Wazarat. You have to remember this. He looked after the income, expenditure, collection of revenue and other financial matters. That means Wazir or Vakil, he is to look after income, expenditure, collection of revenue and other financial matters. Mir Bakshi looked after army and military affairs. So this you have to remember. Then Chief Sadar or Qazi looked after all charities, religious affairs, education, etc. So all the duties, this officials, name of the officials and what for they were responsible or what was their duties or what department were allotted to them. So those things you have to remember. Then Khani Saman looked after imperial household. Darogai Dak Chowki was the charge of the imperial post. The Mir Ati supervised the artillery. Divanita look after matters relating to Jagir. So all this, at least if not possible all, at least 5 you have to remember, but it may come for the short answers. Suppose this type of question may be there. Mir Ati's supervised dash. Okay. Then Divanitan look after dash. So that is why you have to remember this. Then you see Mansabdari system. There also you have to remember. Here in page number 37 you see Mansabdars formed the ruling group in the Mughal Empire. They were expected to maintain a fixed number of elephants, camels and carts. In other time of war, the king mostly used troops of Mansabdars. When the war took place, king used to take the help from the Mansabdars. And some they were paid in cash. Some Mansabdars were paid in cash and some Mansabdars were given landed property. Jagirs means landed property. Okay, this thing I am not going to explain here. You have to just remember. So you have to remember. You go through again and again these things and try to remember. Okay. And here in the down you see major literary sources for the Mughal period. All these books name are given. Books name, writers are given. That also you have to remember. name of the books and the writer. That also you have to remember. In the next class, I'll give you all the question answers. Okay. Besides this, you have to remember all these, because you cannot say in the half yearly you may get the questions from inside. Besides the back questions, you may get questions from inside. So you have to be well prepared. Okay. Okay, I'll give you the answers. How much is possible, I'll make short and I'll give you the answers. Don't worry. But you have to study. Okay. Alright. Then we can stop for today. Okay. We'll stop for today then. But see that you all study. And the whole lesson you go through at home whenever you have time. Go through the whole lesson. And see that, underline the important things. You underline the important things and go through the lesson properly. Alright? Okay, we'll stop for today.